Hey guys, welcome to Bite Me. Oh, it's been quite the week in celebrity news. I don't know that everybody is necessarily as interested in celebrity culture as I am. I'm more interested for the psychological aspect than anything else. You'll have people who follow, like Kim Kardashian, to see what she's wearing or what she's doing or what they can buy that she's advertising. But for me, it's more so the discernment between them and us. For example, you'll watch Shark Tank and people will come on there with these amazing inventions and the sharks will all foo-foo it and they'll be like, we're never going to use that. And people at home are going, what are you talking about? I would use that all the time. And then the person goes on to find an angel investor and sure enough the product takes off. But I think it speaks to how out of touch with reality people who have money versus people who don't are. So obviously this week, when we talk about celebrity news, it was Will Smith at the Oscars. Chris Rock made a disparaging remark to Jada Pinkett Smith about her hair, which we have since discovered is a disability. And it's interesting because Chris Rock is allowed to make a disparaging remark against a black woman in front of her peers, but Amy Schumer couldn't call out a rich white dude for actually shooting somebody that's Alec Baldwin. So I think that it's like maybe it's sexism and racism, maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. I'll let you decide. But people are watching the video and seeing Chris Rock make the joke, then Will Smith laugh, then Will Smith see Jada's reaction, and he reacted to that, resulting in the slap that we all saw. So there is a bit of a debate. Was this chivalry or is this violence? When I look at Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's relationship, there does seem to be some dynamics there that I'm not fully grasping, and maybe even a tinge of narcissism on Will's side as well. It would look to me from a glance that perhaps one little thing in the relationship can set him off because he's insecure about the relationship because she is seeing other people. We hear about Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement is the word that they always use. I can't say that we've ever heard about Will Smith having relations outside of the marriage. So there's that. And then there's the whole, outside of chivalry, outside of no, this was violent, we get into white people just need to stay the fuck out of black people's business. And I think that that's fair. I think that that's fair. So I'm not here to make any certain assessment. I'm just discussing what is being debated across the board. When I speak to my partner Eric about this, who is Hispanic, he says that, they can't just be going up there. A person of color cannot just be going up there doing that because it speaks to the stereotype, which I've heard other black people say as well. For me, I feel like when I look at the jokes that are constantly made at a woman's expense, perhaps I do feel biased to believe that it is a chivalrous thing to go up and tell somebody, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. At the same time, I do feel like women can take care of themselves. It's a lot to unpack there. Could it have been handled differently? I guess at the end of the day, people like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle have to stop making cheap jabs at women and transgender people to keep their career afloat. And my partner and I were watching South Park the other night, and you've got Trey Parker and Matt Stone. There's just all this dick humor, And I really feel like that is early 2000s era, that sort of humor was acceptable and embraced. And in 2022, though, we kind of have evolved as a nation. So while comedy is typically disparaging towards people in general or somebody who is the butt of the joke, we do need to be sensitive to the things that we have decided over the last it's like the last 5 years. Like, we have come to find out since COVID and George Floyd and the Me Too movement, like, there's just certain things that can't be said anymore. And I think that some people really have problems with that. Like, they just look at it and go, no thanks. like, South Park. For them, they're like, well, this is our thing. This is our gimmick. And I think because they acknowledge that the humor is raunchy, they think it's okay. But is it? Is Chris Rock's humor okay? Is Dave Chappelle's humor okay? That is the debate. We'll be right back on Bite Me. Hey guys, welcome back to Bite Me. We are discussing the slap heard round the world. Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock at the Oscars. So we've gone over the discussion points and some thought work for you on what you have an opinion on should or shouldn't have happened and how that should or shouldn't have been handled. I think that once I was able to wrap my head around what was being seen and discussed in my reign, this is, why are we watching this?